People don't have disabilities, just different abilities.
Hi, my name is Marissa Grice, and this has been my motto since I heard my intro to the Exceptional Child professor say it my freshman year. I graduated from Flagler College in 2017 with a bachelor's in exceptional student education and a reading and ESOL endorsement. People often disregard those with disabilities. They believe that they cannot do what the rest of the world can do, but they could not be more wrong. Students with disabilities just have a different way of completing these tasks. I believe that my mission as a special education teacher is to instill in my students' minds that they can do all things. They just have to find their special way of completing it and to never let the world tell them that they can't.
Frank Zappa once said, "Without deviation from the norm, progress is not possible. I want this to be a key point in my classroom so that my students understand that they are not dumb or slow for not finishing work like the rest of the class, but that they just need to deviate from the norm." Frank Zappa once said, "Without deviation from the norm, progress is not possible. I want this to be a key point in my classroom so that my students understand that they are not dumb or slow for not finishing work like the rest of the class, but that they just need to deviate from the norm."
I first decided I wanted to be a teacher when I was in elementary school. I would always play school with my friends and I loved learning, but it was not until middle school that I knew I was called to be a special education teacher. My sixth grade year, I met a boy named Jan Edgar, and this boy changed my life for the better. Jan was diagnosed with autism. I spent many days with Jan after school playing video games and helping him with his homework. I had tutored students before, but he took longer to understand the concepts. This is where I learned that I had much love and patience for this boy with autism, and I knew I had what it took to teach special education students. Over the years, I continued to work with Jan as well as other regular and special ed students.
Since then, I have participated in many opportunities to work with children. I was involved in a buddy program from my freshman to senior year of high school, where we met every week with a student in an elementary classroom and we mentored them. As well, I have taught and worked many vacation Bible schools where I did crafts, Bible lessons, and been a part of the drama program. After I graduated salutatorian in 2013, I was a coach at a summer volleyball camp, working with students ages 5 to 16, tutored students 5th through 12th grade, and participated in over 300 practicum hours in local elementary, middle, and high schools. In addition, I have been a part of the Best Buddies program at Flagler, where I volunteered at a group home for adults with disabilities. I am a part of a large family of 6, and am the youngest of 4 children. We are a very close Christian family, and because of them, I have become a confident, outgoing, and caring person. I have played volleyball for the past 9 years at the high school and collegiate level. This taught me dedication, perseverance, and teamwork. While my family, faith, and volleyball has shaped me into the person I am today, an event that occurred on January 15th, 2014 changed my life forever.
One night I went sledding with some of my friends. Little did we know that I was going to get into an accident that changed my life and my perspective forever. Sledding down the hill, unable to see, I didn't know that we had fallen off and were racing towards the corner of a cinder block building. As we slammed into the building, 3 of my transverse processes broke off, causing 6 muscles to tear, nerves to be damaged, and the worst concussion possible for permanent brain damage. I was rushed to the hospital, examined, and because they did not have the resources to help me, I was airlifted to a more advanced hospital in Roanoke. I was put through numerous tests and scans. When my evaluations were complete, it was concluded that I had broken my spine, resulting in the paralyzation of my left side from my waist down. I was hospitalized for a week and then put into a rehab center for another week in order to learn how to live a new life. While in rehab, I received physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help regain feeling and movement and nurse my mind back to health. Luckily, as you can see, I am not paralyzed. After a lot of rehab and time, I regained feeling and movement of my left leg and have almost no physical or mental repercussions. I struggled through this experience but found the light in it as well, whether that was dressing up as a grandma, as my nickname became, or having a photo shoot with my roommates.
This might sound like another sob story to you, but for me it's not. I strongly believe that everything happens for a reason. Sometimes you just have to search a little harder to find it. I believe that God put me in this situation to help me later in life in my career. While dealing with this, I was finally able to understand what students with disabilities are actually going through. I understood their physical disabilities by being in a wheelchair, and their mental disabilities with being unable to communicate what I wanted to say or remember something from 10 seconds ago. Because of this accident, I will be able to relate with my students on their level. I have become more understanding, patient, and resilient. I believe wholeheartedly that this accident prepared me more than anything to be a special education teacher, because sometimes it's not about what gets you down, but how you get up afterwards. Thank you for watching. I hope this has given you a little more insight on who I am and who I want to be as a teacher.